Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue, and now I've got to make up for lost time. Last time I reached out, I think, was on April the 11th, and here it is, April the 20th. So there's been some big news happening. There's always big news happening, and you can find out all about the news as it happens at bigcatrescue.org/news. So I'm going to go back to April the 11th here. It's been a while back. Okay, well, I'm not going past page one because there's enough news on page one, and that takes us back to April 14th. And it says another tiger cub dies at the Nandan Zoo. Well, we shouldn't be breeding them for life in cages. Then we wouldn't have tragedies like that. The News-Press says Tiger King's Carol Baskin will toss the first pitch at Fort Myers Mussels game. I did that. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of media around that, so hopefully there's not this whole page tied up with that. Rescued Indo-Chinese tiger cubs growing stronger each day in the Star. This is in Vietnam. Pug marks of big cat found in Mahabubabad Forest. And the Forest Department intensifies patrolling. Nong Quan, a 4-month-old tiger cub, was rescued from wildlife traffickers and has become the darling of all animal lovers, according to the Bangkok Post. Carol Baskin Big Cat Rescue Night at Mighty Mussels and photos. Yeah, that was like 50 photos on that one. If you want to see like everything that happened at the Mussels game that night, that's the one. 10 species in danger of extinction and what you can do to help. Resident spots big cat in Fort Collins. Is it a bobcat or a lynx? Here's how to tell these Colorado cats apart, and then it gives the article. I bet you guys know. Animals Asia uncovers animal abuse in Vietnam circuses and amusement parks. Yeah, no duh. Glad that people are finally seeing it for what it is. Anytime you have wild cats in circuses and amusement parks. My Dad's a Hero. BC man fights off a cougar to save his daughter's dog. Mountain lion killed on 60 freeway in Diamond Bar as part of a rise in roadside deaths. Orphaned mountain lion Rose becomes a social media darling. I think she's going to a zoo. Take a look. Camera traps captured rare pics of leopards, a hippo, and chicks in Cape Overberg. Oh, that looks adorable. Rare white Bengal tiger cub placed in Turkish zoo. Well, I wish they wouldn't say rare white Bengal tiger cub because one, they're not purebred Bengals, and they're not rare, they're inbred. Nandan Kanan, 3 tiger cubs dead in a month. Chhattisgarh, tigress delivers 4 cubs in Canon Penandari Zoo. Another big cat dies in labor. Yeah, we just need to stop going to zoos. Missouri Department of Conservation shares danger reminder after recent bobcat sightings. Yeah, I haven't read that one, but I don't think people should be worrying about the danger of bobcats. They should worry more about the danger of an uncontrolled rat population. Lion triplets leaving the Naples Zoo for an exhibit at the Brevard Zoo. Columbus Zoo applies to join Zoological Association of America. So after losing their accreditation by what I feel is the only legitimate accrediting body, AZA, now they're looking to ZAA. And that is just shameful, in my opinion. Jeff Lowe of Tiger King is ordered to pay PETA $183,000. So I think we still have outstanding cases against him, which means now our judgment will be behind the PETA judgment. But hey, I'm happy they got it, and I hope they go after him. Man mauled by tiger shares why he went in cage. Carol Baskin responds. Yeah, my response was, is the tiger's going to go tiger. The ultimate tiger mom. Why is CDFW doing a statewide bobcat study? And watch Assam forest officials rescue a leopard. And so I didn't see it here, but maybe it was on the page that I didn't go to. And that was a recent article about what looks like FLM, I can't pronounce it, feline myelop, I'm not even going to try, FLM. So I've created a page at bigcatrescue.org/FLM. And if you go to that page, you'll see the video. It was a really well done camera trap video with lighting and everything. It looked like something that Steve Winter would have put out there that would have captured really, really good footage of both sides of the cat walking away from the camera. Apparently there were several cameras in different places. And it was at night, but it was illuminated well enough that you could really see how this cat was walking. And it looked so much like what we're seeing in Florida bobcats and Florida panthers, this FLM that is a neurological problem that these cats have. And so I created that page to kind of consolidate all of the stuff that we know about FLM and the cats here who we have suspected have it, which would be Orpheus and Winter and little Grace, the baby kitten who died. And what we are discovering is we've done some spinal tap stuff to try and determine whether or not these cats have FLM, but the only thing that they have found so far, to my understanding, that can say one way or another whether the cat truly has this disease is to take the spinal cord, and there's no way to do that from a living cat. So we're not going to kill the cats to do that, but if they do die, then we will test that spinal cord to see if this is what has been affecting the cats here. But we are also going to be taking some more samples from the spinal column, spinal fluid, for Orpheus when he's healthy enough that we can sedate him, and Winter again when she's ready to be sedated again, or when there's been enough time in between sedation, because we really need to find out what is killing all of these cats. On Workplace, I have a number of coordinator reports, and in the background here, you're going to see all kinds of footage because I just cleaned off my phone, and if you're like me, you end up with a lot of pictures and video on your phone, and so I wanted to share those with you guys in the background here, even though they may not be the things I'm actually talking about. April 11th, Nisha Prima says, super sunny weather today. The day got started with Lauren Buckingham doing AM meds, and Beth Ann came in to do AM supplements. Small cats were fed by Bonnie and Kat on the front. Jordan and Fred fed center. A huge thank you to Beth Ann. She gave Susan a double sign-off, feeding both interior and lakeside cats. Yay, Susan. Catherine went on a stick run during feeding. After the cats got their breakfast, cleaners went off. Small cats were cleaned by Fred, Catherine, and Susan. Big cats were cleaned by Bonnie, Kat, Beth Ann, and Jordan. Brittany took care of the rehab bobcats. Food prep got done by Tara. After lunch enrichment and sickle cats got done, PM supplements were done by Beth Ann. Bonnie got big cat enrichment sign-off by Beth Ann. The project of the day was Manny Jaguar's cage. 2 more bubbles got done today. All that is left is the last 2 bubbles and the outside. The day ended with Brittany doing PM meds and interns doing chores. Thank you so much for everyone coming in today. And something I did this morning was I went through the last month of these coordinator reports and was trying to figure out how many people does it actually take to run this sanctuary each day, just in the feeding and cleaning and the enrichment for the cats and the projects that we do, like raking. And so it looks like, on average, we have 7 people who are doing the feeding each day, 8 people who are doing the cleaning each day, and then in the afternoon, it drops to, they get all of that done by about 1 o'clock. And then in the afternoon, it drops to 3 or 4 people who are doing enrichment and projects. And so what we're looking at is how can we entice people to stay for the whole day so that there's a lot more enrichment, a lot more operant conditioning, and especially a lot more projects getting done, like raking and painting cages and all of the maintenance kinds of things that go along with 67 acres of grass and bushes and plants that are just growing like crazy right now. So it was interesting to me to see how many people it actually takes to take care of the 48 cats that we have currently. April 12th, cat like cap. Windy yet gorgeous day today. The weather has been just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Fred started it off with AM meds and supplements, while Jordan took care of the in-diet supplements. Barbara and Nisha handled the lockouts. Small cats were fed by Barb and Nisha. Lauren and Jordan fed the big cats. Catherine and Fred joined everyone after cleaning. Lauren and Aaron helped out with food prep. After lunch, the interns finished the inside of Manny Jaguar's enclosure and wrapped up the day with chores as Nisha helped out with PM meds and supplements. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful day. The cats and I couldn't thank you enough for all of your help. April 15th, Jordan Elaine says, another great Thursday in the books. Today got kicked off with Kat doing AM meds and Barbara doing AM supplements. Barbara B., Susan, Barbara, and Mark handled the lockouts. Small cat feeders were Barbara F. feeding the front and me feeding the center. Big cat feeders were Mark feeding the interior with Catherine as his buddy, while Lakeside was fed by Susan and Barbara B. Once all the feeding buckets were cleaned up, everyone had a quick snack and then went out to clean. Small cat cleaners were Catherine and Susan cleaning the center, while Barbara B. cleaned front. Small cat cleaners were Mark and Barbara F. cleaning Lakeside, while Fred and Nisha cleaned interior. Kat took care of the rehab bobcats. After cleaning was done, Nisha, Fred, and Kat weed-eated and mowed Funcation for the next cats to go out. After everyone was filled up with lunch, we all went back out. Mark and Susan did the daily enrichment and popsicle cats. Kat and Nisha started weed-eating vacation. Lauren took Catherine out to do her 10-week reward, and then Catherine joined the vacation projects afterwards. Afton and I did food prep. The day ended with Kat doing PM meds and supplements and interns doing PM chores. Thank you everyone who came in today. You are all rock stars. There's another one for April 15th from Lauren Grant, because one of these was actually for a different day. What a day. Barbara Ann and Sarah D came in to do AM supplements. Afton did AM meds. Kat and Nisha fed the little cats. Megan, Sarah, Barbara, and Jordan fed the big cats. Sarah and Kat cleaned the little cats. Nisha came to help get them after taking care of the rehab cats. Megan, Barbara, Jordan, and I cleaned the big cats. Jordan, Kat, and Nisha took care of meat inventory before lunch and food prep after lunch. They had a little bit of cat time before doing chores. Afton handed out some Easter egg enrichment. Jordan did PM meds and supplements. That was all we had time for today. Thank you for everyone for coming in and helping out. On April the 17th, Angie Gabor says, great Saturday. We were tight on volunteers, but the Saturday crew reigned supreme. Amanda started us off with AM meds. All the cats did awesome. Then Breed and McCumph handled the morning meat pulls, while Rich, Sarah, and Kristen took care of the lockouts. The feeders for today were Sarah, Kristen, Rich, Bree, and I. Amanda gave a private tour. Kristen, Bree, and I tackled cleaning the little cats, while Rich, Matt, and Amanda cleaned the big cats. After lunch, Amanda, Kristen, Bree, and Rich raked around Filmo the Bobcat and Shiloh the Bobcat's enclosures. After that, Rich took care of PM supplements, while Bree did food prep. Kristen took care of the bloodsicle and enrichment cats. Amanda did double meds duty, also taking care of the PM meds. As usual, my closers, Amanda and Kristen, finish off the day with PM chores. Thanks for a great day. That was from Angie Gabor. On April the 18th, Nisha Prima says, happy Panicure Day. Everybody hates Panicure Day. And even more happy birthday to Aaron. We were a small but mighty team and got everything done. Lauren did AM meds and Beth Ann did AM supplements. Feeding was done by Kat and Susan with the little cats. Big cats were fed by me, Fred, and Beth Ann. Small cats were cleaned by Susan and Fred. Big cats were cleaned by Beth Ann, Kat, and myself. Brittany took care of the rehab babies. Aaron did food prep. After lunch, the enrichment and bloodsicle cats got done by Beth Ann and Susan. Kat mowed weed-eated Kali Tiger's open air section. It looks beautiful. Afterwards, Kat had some well-deserved cat time. Beth Ann did PM supplements. The day ended with me doing PM meds and the interns doing chores. Thank you so much for everyone coming in today. And then this is the most recent one, the last one for today, and this is from 19 hours ago. This is Cat Like Cap saying, whew, what a Take Charge Tuesday. What we lacked in numbers, we made up more than enough for with dedication and hard work. And then she gives a mighty muscles emoji. Fred started it off with AM meds, and MJ got AM supplements done. Brittany came in early to start lockouts, and MJ joined her shortly after. Small cats were fed by Nisha, MJ, and Fred, as Lauren, Brittany, and I fed the big cats. MJ and Fred cleaned the small cats, while Nisha and Brittany took care of the big cats. Lauren and I did food prep. After lunch, MJ spoiled the daily bloodsicle and enrichment cats, as well as helped me with a few side projects. Nisha did a great job at patching a hole found in Kelowna and Dryden's enclosure. Nisha helped add some finishing touches to one of the cages in Outback and then did PM meds. MJ did PM supplements, and then we both did chores to wrap up the day. I can't thank you guys enough for your help and with getting everything done today for the cats. You guys are the bomb. And then, as you may know, we have had some really sad things happen here at the sanctuary. So Max and Marianne, the Bobcats, they were fighting with each other, and so they got separated for a while, but now they're back together. And Afton Tasler came up with new feeding and cleaning routes because it kind of got lopsided with being too many cats in one section and not in the other, so she's got that evened out a little bit. And these are just talking about different things like fixing ropes on cages and such. And then, as you might have heard, there's been some sad news about CODA. And so what I posted here was, we've worked with law enforcement cases like CODA's for many years. Never before has a former owner been successful in getting a court to compel the wildlife agency to send a cat to a place of their own choosing after the cat was sent to us, but this one has. We have no other choice than to comply with the court's order, and the FWC, stands for Florida Wildlife Commission, demand that we catch her and deliver her to that facility. We don't know if we can reveal where she's going yet. We are trying to catch her by crate training rather than sedating her again so soon after her rescue March 2nd. We aren't done fighting for her, and we'll share what we are allowed to share as soon as possible. And what I want you guys to know is that the way we fight for these cats is we get the laws changed so that there's something to protect them. And so I really need your help when we say that we need your help being their voice on rules or regulations or laws like the Call of the Wild at bigcatact.com. These are really important because we don't have any police power. We can't go in and seize a cat. We have to go by what the laws are at the time. And unless we have more humane laws, these cats are going to continue to suffer. So that's why we need you whenever we're asking you to speak up, to be brave, to have the heart of a lion, to roar out for them. So that is so, so very important. As some of you already know, we lost Loki recently to advanced kidney disease. We had brought him in to the cat hospital, I think maybe a month or so ago, did blood work, and his kidneys looked really bad then, but it's just gotten worse. Everything that we tried to prolong his life, he was giving up. He didn't want to eat. We brought him back in, and the most humane thing to do was to let him go, which we did. And then last night, every night I get a report from Christine, and she is amazing. She watches the cameras on all of the rehab bobcats overnight, or anybody who's been in the hospital overnight or in a recovery cage overnight. She watches all those cameras, and then she gives me not only photographs of everything that happened and video clips, but also written reports on every one of those cats. And she was very concerned this morning because she didn't see Summer, the baby bobcat, all night last night. That's never happened. And so we went out, took a look at her today, and she was just kind of blinky in the weeds and just like, don't feel good. And so we brought her into the Bobcat Hospital. Jamie has been in touch with the vet, and they are working on what they're going to do to try and treat her or have him come in and see her. So those are all the things that are going on, and a whole lot more that I'm probably forgetting, but check back in with us soon because I'm sure we'll keep you up to date on everything as it happens. You can follow us on all of our social channels. We are Big Cat Rescue everywhere. And thank you so much, everyone. Mwah.